For Some Stitchin, whose presentation hopefully you have just caught over on her YouTube channel, or if you're in the VIP, maybe in your course platform. So as people come on in, I'm going to put the link in the comments just to make sure if anyone's joining us for the first time and don't know what we're talking about. We are here for the Crochet Garments with Confidence Summit. I've got it finally right for the first time today. I keep tripping over it, don't I? We are here. This is the end of our second day. I can't believe how quickly it's gone. We've had 2 full days full of different sessions talking about boosting your confidence with crochet garments, what not to be scared of, how all of our tips and tricks. There's 15 of us all coming together to talk about all sorts of elements of crochet garments. And RaeLynn, you said yes again. Thank you so much. You joined us last year, didn't you?
I did, yes. Thank you so much for inviting me back. I appreciate
it. Pleasure. Talking all about yarn last year, wasn't it? Different fibers and stuff. And then this year we were like, oh, what should we ask? Because we think individually of like what's a designer's expertise and what do they sell in and what do they enjoy. And we were like, I know you love ponchos. You design so many ponchos and they're just so beautiful that we were like, actually, they're amazing. Like people think of garments, they think, oh, a sweater, a cardigan or whatever. But do you know what? Ponchos are like a bona fide, they're proper garments, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. And they're really crochet garments are really, or not garments, ponchos are actually really easy to put together. So if you're somebody who is just sort of transitioning to garments or you've struggled with garments in the past, this is really a good way to kind of start with garment making because they're just so simple to put together.
Yeah. And on that note, we have to start then, don't we, with RaeLynn has an amazing offer for anybody. I'll let you explain. Anyone that buys through your link. Tell us.
Okay, so if you guys watch the video, I did feature 6 ponchos in the video. 3 of them, the sampler poncho, the Pennington poncho, and the Palomino diamond poncho, you can find for free written out on the blog or on the website. But the Hainsley poncho, the Stella Mandala poncho, and the Scarlet Sky poncho are exclusive. You get those 3 all in PDF format, plus the other 3 that you can still find for free on the website, but you'll get them in PDF format. So all 6 poncho patterns in PDF format. You will get those as my exclusive bonus to you guys when you purchase the VIP ticket through my affiliate link, which I think, Hannah, you put that.
Yes, it's in the comments, and it's also that QR code that's just underneath me here saying Summit Ticket. So if you do a zap of that, if you can, on another screen, or click the link in there. So if you choose to go VIP, you will get those 6 PDF patterns as well as all everything that you get in the VIP area as well.
It's just through the link that it's in the comments at the moment. So it's just a very kind and generous offer from RaeLynn to give you the bonus if you do decide to go and upgrade to the VIP ticket through the link that is currently in the comments or the link that is there on that QR code.
Absolutely. We've got people coming in with comments saying, I love your presentation. And never imagined there would be so many beautiful ways to make a poncho. Yeah, because I think people think, oh, a poncho has 2 rectangles, isn't it? Or, like bog standard. But there are just so many different geometric ways to put them together, isn't there?
There is. Thank you. First of all, thank you very much. And I know somebody at the end of the video was saying that how much you love the video as well. And I was trying to type thank you and it disappeared on me. So everybody, thank you guys so much for your kind comments. I really appreciate it. But Hannah's right. There are really so many different ways that you can put a poncho together. And even it was really weird because I wanted to do more with this video and it was already so long, but I basically had to just break it down to essential elements because there's really so much more that you can do than even what I showed you in the video. There's multiple ways to make each shape. There are other shapes than those. There's, asymmetrical triangles and all sorts of different things you can do. And then if you add in all the embellishments that you can do with them, you can really make these really stunning, unique pieces that are just incredibly simple to make.
Yeah, and we saw that as well in Courtney's presentation just now from Catwalk Crochet. Like lots of those designs are like poncho shape, aren't they? They're really, really straightforward. But it's the embellishment, it's the yarn, it's the stitch, color, it's the everything else that you layer on top of it. They start as a simple thing, but you can build it into something much, much more.
Right. And then it's the accessories too. So, you're thinking embellishments, you're adding pom-poms, you're adding hoods, or, you're maybe adding fringe, or you're adding sleeves. Hannah, is that the one that you made that has sleeves on it?
This is the sweater version of that.
Oh, it's the sweater version.
Okay. I do have a poncho version, that I just bung sleeves on.
Yes.
And it kind of looks like a sweater if you tuck it in. But if
right,
you have
but it's a poncho.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much. And then you add your glasses, your hats, your handbags, your jewelry. You have an incredibly fashionable look that's just, you can tailor it to you. And that's what I really love about ponchos. And then, of course, they make a great layering piece, too. I live in Arizona where it's super, super hot. But during certain times of the year, the mornings are cooler. So ponchos are just great, especially if they're a warmer one. I can take it, I can wear it in the morning. I can take it off in the evening when it gets hotter. During the hot season, which is what we're going into now, where it's like 90 to over 100 degrees all day long. That's when your lacy ponchos come in and they just really dress up your outfit, whether it's casual or whether it's even like more sophisticated. You can actually wear these with, business outfits or formal wear. They just really enhance your style no matter what your style is.
Definitely. And Helen saying thank you. I love Crochet Math, and you made it very clear to follow. Yeah, that's the thing about this whole summit, that we're trying to break stuff down for people and trying to make it accessible and easy to follow, because there's just so much knowledge, isn't there? And you can't possibly, you don't know what you don't know until you know it, do you? You're like, right. You have to experience these things and be taught these things or find out these things. And until you do, you just don't know it, do you?
Right. And, the thing is the math really isn't that hard. Once you get the hang of it, it's really not hard, even for the circular ponchos, which I think is the hardest because you are creating that yoke. But it's not complicated math at all. And, somebody was asking in the YouTube, during the session in the YouTube was, what's the ease for these ponchos? Well, I hope that all the sizing and the math and that stuff sort of explain that to you, that the ease is what you want it to be. A lot of people like their ponchos to be really oversized. Some people like them to be a little bit more form-fitting. And with the math that I provided, that should be really easy for you to decide what you want to make. And, with the standards that I gave, you can adjust those, if that, whatever for your particular size is too form-fitting for you, you can add to it and make your poncho larger. Or you can make it smaller. That I wouldn't necessarily advise, because then it's not going to fit. But that's one of the beauties about ponchos, is that you can make them pretty much as large as you want them to be to your comfort level.
Yeah, definitely. Fabulous. And there's just a couple of questions here about VIP ticket. If people have already bought the VIP ticket, then unless it's through RaeLynn's link, you won't unfortunately get the 6 patterns. It's only if you buy through RaeLynn's link, and that will happen automatically, won't it, RaeLynn?
Yes.
If you happen to,
they are immediate downloads. I do believe that the Thrive Cart will send you an email regardless, and then you can just click on that. All the patterns will open up for you, and you can download them. If you have any issues, reach out to me. I will make sure you get those patterns. It shouldn't be an issue at all.
But of course, if you haven't purchased through RaeLynn's link, you can still get the poncho patterns. RaeLynn does have her Ravelry store. I think someone asked the question in your in the live chat over on YouTube. So Itchin For Some Stitchin, do go over to Ravelry. RaeLynn has got those ponchos available as a standalone patterns. So if you you don't have to buy them all at once, just pick your favorite for now and then go through them as you go along. Or if you wanted to try out those free versions on RaeLynn's blog first, perhaps there are 3 ponchos on there as well. So they are available outside of the summit offer as well, just to make people aware that you can still go and purchase them individually as well if you already have got the VIP and you haven't purchased through RaeLynn's link.
Yeah, and I love this from Stephanie saying, what a wide range I can do with ponchos now. Isn't it lovely that you introduce, people think they know what it is, but introduce them to all these possibilities, like we've just done with the catwalk crochet, with making stuff with rectangles. It's kind of just broadening the horizons for people. I absolutely love that.
Do you know, when I think of ponchos, I do have to say my mind automatically goes to like a triangle or rectangle or square shapes. But when I saw your Stella Mandala poncho, I'm like, Oh, you can use circles. Why not? That's the beauty of ponchos, isn't it? Just
Yes,
any kind of shape. If you can put them together and make even asymmetric ponchos, like they don't have to be, kind of like the same on both sides. I mean, yeah, amazing.
I love that.
Yeah, and this asymmetrical circle ponchos are so much easier to make than you think. They really are. And so, and I think that that's one that most people, like you said, don't usually see. I think that either a square or a triangular is one that, is more common out there, but there are just so many ways to put these ponchos together, you guys.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely. And Dana's asking, is there a difference between a poncho and a ruana?
So were you going to go with that one, Hannah?
Yeah. No, I only know this because I got commissioned many years ago to make a ruana by a magazine, and I was like, "What is one of those?" So I googled and had a look and so my understanding that a ruana is basically a rectangle, or it doesn't have to be a rectangle, but generally they're a rectangle that then splits at the neck. And is not joined at the side. So it's a big rectangle with a hole, a big slot that then goes over you. So you have two flaps of fabric at the front that you can then wrap around your neck and fling around, or you can put a belt around, etc., etc. Whereas I think a poncho is like with a definitive head hole. Does that sound right?
That is correct. That's how that's exactly what I would have said.
That's my understanding anyway.
That is my understanding as well.
You can really style them. They're very, 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 very stylish. But I really struggle to wear them places practically now that I have children. Like before having children, no problem, because you're not bending down and collecting things and sorting that or picking them up. So I wore one for a wedding once. Actually, it was a winter wedding up near Hadrian's Wall, which is very, very cold in October, it turns out. And so I wore this great big fabric thing and it looked beautiful. However, as soon as I moved, because Elliot was like 8 months old or something, and I was carrying, and so and then it was slipping down here and slipping down. I was like, this was the wrong choice for this day. Wrong choice. I should have gone with a poncho because it would have just sat on me.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and Dawn saying ponchos are my favorite to make. Yes, everyone loves poncho. I do. Oh,
I love making them too.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the measurement ideas. I'm hoping to put together a poncho swimsuit cover up for my trip to Napa. Ooh. Lovely.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah.
I think for swimwear, for like they work equally well for warm clothing, but also for beachwear and stuff. Like you can go all lacy, or you can go really chunky and really, really nice and warm, can't you?
I think that they actually work really nice as a cover up, just as as you're saying. I think they do, especially if you're doing like kind of a lacy one, not like a big whole lacy one, but you can do like a kind of a subtle lace, put some fringe on that. Oh, it's just going to be beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. And we have a question here. I'm short and round. Are there certain shapes for body types, do you think?
That's a really good question. I have never really dived into, specific body shapes, but I will tell you, as I'm getting older, my shape is changing. I'm not exactly loving it. And so I have to tell you is, that in some of those, actually in all of them, you saw me in all either the videos or the pictures. And I was thinking the same thing when I was kind of doing this. I'm like, which one's going to make me look the best? And I actually think that they all did really well. Yeah. And I think that's because you have, it's not form fitting. So if you're a little rounder here, a little, you got a little tucked out here, those things are not going to show when you're wearing a poncho. You're just it's just something that's coming over you, and it's just really enhancing, I think, almost any shape that you have. I'm kind of like you. I'm kind of short and round, but my daughters who were featured in those videos and photos as well, they're young and they're slender, and they look just as good on them as it did on me. So I really think that you really can't go wrong. And I'm not an expert on body shapes or anything, but I don't really think that your body shape really is going to have a lot to do, with which poncho you pick. I think you can pick almost any sort and it's still going to look good on you. But that's kind of my personal opinion based on what I know.
No, I'd agree. I think the key there is length. I think the length is crucial to get right of like your proportions. Like if you want to wear it long, great. But if you have particularly short legs and it looks like it's like down to your knee, I think that will shorten you. Whereas if you pull it up higher and it's kind of, mid thigh or wherever you're comfortable to have it, then, or even asymmetrical, that could work really nicely, couldn't it? Where it's coming down at an angle, that can lengthen you, that can make you look longer. And then I think as well, the other really good trick is vertical lines as well, isn't it? So have something that runs in vertical lines as opposed to going round in horizontal. That will always make you look slimmer and taller.
Definitely, yeah.
I think definitely.
Oh, that's really good advice, Hannah. I
don't know where that came from.
Long lines, RaeLynn, long lines. I need some
long lines. Think about the lines. Well, I was quite worried actually because the poncho version of this, I was quite worried about how this V shape would actually look. But all of my testers that did it, whatever size, they were really, really happy with how it looked, because they were like, it makes this part of me look bigger and then my waist looks smaller. So everyone was really chuffed with how this shape looked on them, and I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know how it would look, so I think just have a go. Have a go, see what works for you. Hey,
it wasn't planned, but it worked out even better.
Of course it was planned. It was my intention all along.
Of course.
A happy accident. But yeah, I think as well, like colors play an important part as well, doesn't it? And how confident you feel wearing it and what you style it with as well, like you say, bags and belts and hats and stuff. We talk about crochet, and like crochet doesn't necessarily have to be just the outfit, does it? There's more, isn't it? Get yourself some cool, nice earrings, dress it up, dress it down, whatever you want to do with it, really.
You're a hat person, go for a hat. You like bags, throw a bag on. I mean, some of them you like go great with even backpacks and everything. So accessories are, I think, important.
Yeah, because your daughter looks amazing in her the Palomino poncho with her hat on her head.
The hat,
finishes that whole outfit. So it's definitely about the accessories as well.
I have to give credit to my husband on that one, because when I created that poncho, he was like, and we were actually living out in Idaho at the time, which is, I don't know if you guys know, that's kind of more of a country area. He was like, put her in some Western boots, grab the hat. And I don't even know if you can tell, I think she's wearing even like a belt in that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, that whole look with the poncho was totally my husband's idea. So
I love it.
Give him mad props for that.
Good idea. He should be a stylist. I love that's a really good shape, isn't it? Because that one increases and actually ends up quite wide, doesn't it, at the bottom?
Yes, it does. So it starts out smaller here and then it just increases, and I'm not standing up so you can't really see, but it comes all the way down so that it's wider at the hip area, and you can keep going. I mean, you can make it longer. That's one of the things that you were saying before, depending on if you're taller or shorter, make sure that you're making that length to what you think is suitable to you or to whoever you're making it for. These are really adjustable, and I think that was one of the things I had put in the math and sizing was you can make these longer, you can make them shorter. You don't have to stick with the lengths that I did or even the standards that I gave you. Make it customizable to you.
Yeah, I love today how we've got further and further through the day that we're going, do what you like. These are the rules, but just do anything. It's great. I love it. Well,
I do think there's a lot of play in crochet that people don't realize, that there's a lot of uniqueness that goes into it. There's a lot of personal preference, and it doesn't have to, like you said, I mean, I think there are like a backbone basically, but then how you dress up that backbone is really up to you. There's just a lot that you can do in crochet with ponchos, sweaters, everything that you do in crochet. I think there's a lot of wiggle room to make it uniquely yours.
Definitely. Oh, it's so exciting. I've got lots of ideas in my head now. Lots of ideas.
I think that's same for the people in the comments, because they're all saying that you've explained the math so well that they feel empowered and now they've got the confidence to go off and do their own thing and just give it a go, design your own poncho, or just put your ideas onto paper and give that a go. So
definitely,
this is the reason we put the summit together, to give people the knowledge and the confidence to just grab that hook yarn and put their ideas and make them happen. So that's really, really amazing.
Definitely. And Amber saying, I love the high-low hem that the asymmetrical circle poncho had. Yeah, it really, like, it gives a big statement without being too out there. It's like it's a statement piece that's very fashionable yet very wearable. That's the thing about ponchos, isn't it? Definitely.
And it's a little more unique. I mean, like, you don't see a lot of asymmetrical ponchos out there, circle ponchos out there. So it's something that, you know, I think that, you know, first of all, it's easy to make, but, you know, I hope to see more of them out there, because they kind of create a very unique statement sort of piece, and they're just super easy to put together.
Yeah, and you see them on the catwalks. Actually, in the last couple of years, I've noticed that the autumn-winter catwalks, they are having lots of capes, aren't they? Lots of that kind of shape, and the circular shape is definitely there, rather than the boxy structured suits and stuff. Now, on the, not that I massively follow high fashion, but, you know, like, I have noticed that there are softer, rounder shapes now. So yeah, definitely one that you like go on Pinterest, have a look on Pinterest at high fashion things and see what you can emulate, I think, in ponchos and crochet.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
I love it. I love it. Gosh, I'm literally off to sketch. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I can't believe we've run out of time. We get to the end of these things so quickly, don't we? My gosh. Oh, RaeLynn, thank you so much.
Of course. And I want to say thank you. Oh, sorry, didn't interrupt. I noticed there's lots of like hellos, and I like, you know, enjoying the presentation, all that in the chat. And I don't know how to do the chat thing on here. So I just want to say I'm not ignoring those. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys having me on. Sorry, I didn't mean to just jump in there.
Yeah, it's so lovely. So everyone that's commenting, RaeLynn, has been with us all day here today. So like they're on their like 6th hour or whatever it is of this summit. So we really appreciate you coming along and joining us and keeping us all company, and learning lots and pushing us as well, asking us questions that, you know, we might not have considered before either. So it's absolutely awesome sharing all of this knowledge.
Yes.
So that's it for today. I can't believe that's done.
Yes. Day 2 is done.
Day 2 is done. We are back tomorrow with an amazing lineup of our last day of the summit. Yes. So we're starting exactly the same time tomorrow as we did today. So that will be 1:30. I have to check every time. 1:30 our time in the UK in the afternoon, but that's 8:30 EST time. So work out what time that is for you wherever you are in the world. And all the links are already in, whether in the VIP section or whether in the free ticket section. All the links are there ready for tomorrow, so you can actually line everything up ready to watch it. And I think a few people have said that today, or I'm all set up ready for tomorrow. So that's absolutely awesome. Line up ready, and then bookmark our YouTube and Facebook groups, etc., for the lives afterwards. And we go again tomorrow. Hey.
Yes, we will, for day 3 of the summit, the last day. I can't believe we're about to do the last day tomorrow. But as they say, time flies when you're having fun. And it definitely has been great fun today for the whole summit. And thank you so much, RaeLynn, for an amazing presentation. I think you've started a poncho revolution. I think the comments are bursting. People ready to make their own ponchos, or ready to grab your patterns. So don't forget to go and check out RaeLynn's amazing poncho patterns. And yes, we hope that everyone's going to join us tomorrow for day 3 of the summit. As Hannah said, we start at the same time, same place, new designers and new guests. And I think it's our turn tomorrow as well, Hannah, isn't it?
We have to do it tomorrow, don't we? Oh, gosh.
Pressure.
No, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. You'll be gentle to us, yeah?
Poncho Revolution in the comments. It's all happening.
Poncho Revolution. We're with you, Amber. We're with you. We're with you. Cool. See you tomorrow, everybody.
See you all tomorrow.